a raked, you know, the digger had been in and cleared out and you'd landscaped it before you put your meadow in. And we had a meadow, and similarly, it was a new piece of land that was raked and everything, and it was really successful. We're trying to do it here, and we've got a slope and a lot of brambles, so we've cleared maybe a third and left 2/3, just so that we could try and have a go at this again. But the brambles have come back, and a lot of grasses are taken over from the trefoil and the orchids.
Now, once the yellow rattle gets established, it seems to be, it's incredibly good. It's the meadow maker. It's to be planted around this time of year. You collect the seed. The great thing about native gardening is you can just go out and collect stuff. Collect the seed. And once you get it in, yellow rattle is a plant that's sort of semi-parasitic on grasses, and it makes the grasses much weaker. And farmers don't particularly like it, because if you got it in a hayfield, you could possibly reduce the grass yield by about 50%. So it's fantastic for wildflowers.
Pulling out the grass and encouraging that.
Yeah, yes, it takes some little patches, like a foot by foot, remove the grass, put in the rattle, and then that will start. Once that gets a grip, that puts the whole thing is you want to, grass is, Ireland's covered in grass. Grass was once a rare plant in Ireland, because we were covered in woodlands and bogs, and you only would have found grasses on mountain tops, maybe some coastal areas, little glades and woodlands, but it would have been a relatively rare plant, but we've created this perfect environment for grass to grow now. And now for a wildflower meadow to establish, you need to try and keep the grasses at bay a little bit. You want to give the other wildflowers competitive advantage if possible. Grasses will still dominate, but the wildflowers will begin it. So when I look over my meadow, it's not just a mass of flowers, because if it was, it means in a month's time there'll be nothing left, all the flowers will die. You get gradual flowers coming from May all the way through to September. Right now, devil's bit scabies is over in the fort, and greater birds with trefoil. There's a few things which are in flower right now, which are doing the pollinations, keeping the pollinations going. But again, it's a learning process. I knew very, very little about it when I started. I know pretty little about it now, but I'm learning all the time, and it's great fun.
This time of year and that more seed?
Well, it depends now. I was doing this for a TV program, so for that reason, we had to do it in the way, we had to guarantee some sort of result that we could see. I wouldn't have done it this way myself. If I had any sort of grassland already established, I wouldn't have gone near the soil, I'd have left it, and I would have added in yellow rattle, effectively, and then just do that thing of don't mow, let it grow. And the whole thing, what's happened in Ireland is, 1970s, early 1970s, we were still making hay, make hay near the end of the season, all the flowers had time to flower, set seed, drop the seed, they were there for next year. Silage came in, everything's cut before things flower, so the wildflowers all disappear. That's effectively what's happened. So when we try to make a meadow, we're trying to recreate the farming of olden days by removing, very important to remove everything you cut. So this time of year I'll cut everything, remove it. That makes the ground more nutrient poor, because nutrient poverty is what you want in your garden, not nutrient richness. The poorer it is nutrient-wise, the richer your garden will be. It's a weird sort of thing, an anti-garden thing. But that's so. The more nutrient poorer the soil is, the more wildflowers will be able to exist in that area. If you add nutrients, the grass will take over.
Schemes to promote biodiversity.
I'm sorry?
The European Union is promoting schemes to promote that biodiversity and doing exactly what you say, to not cut your hay until the end of July.
Yeah, it's beginning. Some of the schemes that are coming in here now are actually good and meaningful.
Oh, yeah.
And the rural schemes and the agricultural schemes, they're based on results, not based on, once upon a time we'll give you a few quid to plant a hedge. But should the hedge could die straight away, it could be planted at the wrong time. Now they come and look at your hedge and make sure it's thriving before you get the money. Sensible stuff.
What are like 3 messages you would wish we would convey to them? Like, what would you like us to leave here and share with others?
Dig a pond, plant a hedgerow, and turn your lawn into a wildflower. We would have a system of nature reserves running through the country. There's more nature on my land than the farmer beside me's got 100 acres. I've got way more biodiversity on my 1 acre than he's got in his 100 acres. Because you create the right conditions.